Daily Newscast.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Facebook Daily Newscast. I'm your patriot, Josh Harris. Thank you for tuning in. Today is January 6th, 2010, and we're going to get it in. Yes, today is indeed Wednesday, Hump Day. So all the other days are indeed jealous. Shout out to all you Facebook Daily News fans out there watching. Shout out to ATG-Radio, all you guys out there watching. We know we're going on ATG-Radio Wednesday night. Of course, we're going to do it big with DJ JQ, DJ Vance, DJ Inferno, DJ Envy, and those guys. So shout out to you guys and all of the rest of you who tune in faithfully. Let's get right into it. First of all, I'd like to say RIP to B96. If you didn't know, B96 has officially switched their format to Top 40. It's no longer B96, it's 96.3. It's not a hip-hop station anymore. They're moving some things around, switching some people around. We're going to miss you guys. Shout out to Danny Starr. You know, you're doing it big. Maybe you could come do the Hollywood Hot Dish on Facebook Daily News. Who knows? What's up, Danny? Let me know. Let's talk about something. Let's make it happen. All right, let's jump right into our news today. Top story. Let's talk about Monday. This shooting in Las Vegas at a courthouse. All right, shootings all the time. Shootings happen all the time. But this dude was just mad because he lost a court case over his pension, his benefits from his job. So obviously he had a job good enough to give him a pension, and he'd been working for a long time. And I guess he figured it was worth to go out with a bang to fight for. He lost it. He wasn't going to get no money. He had nothing else. So he just ran in there and shot everybody up, and he didn't make it out. Sad, but true. And turns out that judges carry straps. I never knew. Who would have thought? I guess there's been a lot of threats that have been made on judges' lives over the past 6 years. They've increased, and a lot of judges actually carry pistols with them to work. So don't run up on a judge looking a little suspicious, because they might pop a cap in that ass. Moving right along, let's talk about these NBA players. Since we're talking about guns, let's talk about these NBA players losing their minds, keeping pistols in the locker room. Let's talk about these guys.
Gilbert Arenas and what's his other dude's name? Who cares? Number 8. Well, they allegedly decide to upstrap on each other in the locker room.
What are you thinking? It's like, really? Guns in the locker room? Is it really necessary? It's just not smart. I mean, okay, you may still have family in the hood. Okay, you have the right to carry a pistol. Okay, you go back to the hood. But like, really? You just got to be smart about it, you know? You can't be just up and strapped in the locker room. Stuff like that is just stupid. You got millions of dollars. I don't care how big of a bet it was. It ain't worth losing your $100 million contract. Think before we act, people. Sad, but true. Moving right along, let's head down to Houston. What do we got going on? We had the elections back in November. Who won the election? Houston elects its first openly gay mayor. So congratulations to Anise Parker. Yes, turns out the gays beat the blacks. Imagine that. No, I'm kidding. It's not about, it doesn't matter what your sexual preference is. It's all about whether or not you can get the job done. So congratulations to Anise Parker, you know, down there in Houston. They're making some change. We got a black president. We got the first openly gay mayor in Houston. America's progressing. Yeah, this is big things to look up for. We should be excited about this. Now, let's head out to Colorado. On Christmas Day, woman's giving birth. She's pregnant. She's trying to give birth to her child. She gets a little tired. Her husband's holding her hand. She lays her head back and goes to sleep. She stops breathing. The woman dies. They're trying to resuscitate her. They can't bring her back to life. They say that she turned gray. So they decide to do an emergency C-section. They do a C-section. They get the baby out. The baby's lifeless and not moving. The mother and the baby die. 5 minutes later, the woman wakes up, comes back to life. After they've already pronounced her dead, they said she had not been breathing for 5 to 7 minutes, and her heart had stopped beating 4 to 5 minutes long. And the woman wakes up and is breathing again. So they rush her in to stitch her back up to C-section. They didn't use any anesthesia because they thought she was dead. And it turns out she's alive. What else happens? The father's holding his dead child. The baby comes back to life. None of their resuscitation tactics work. They don't know how to explain it. It's just a miracle. Talk about Miracle on 34th Street or Christmas Eve Miracle. That's like amazing. That's pretty amazing. So the Lord works in mysterious ways. Now, let's head out to Beijing on the other side of the world because they're in a different time zone. Let's talk about this 14-month-old baby who got the chopstick stuck in his nose. Don't laugh because it's really not that funny. Because the chopstick got stuck in the baby's nose and it actually went so far up into the nose that it went entered his brain for I think it was like half an inch into his brain, and they had to do brain surgery to get this chopstick out of his brain. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be that sharp if it's a baby. I guess they're still growing and developing, so their brains and stuff is soft, and you know how you can shape a baby's head. That's why you shouldn't let your children lay on their heads, sleep on their back, because they'll have a flat back of their head when they grow up, and then they'll get laughed at and teased when they're in high school. Sad, but true. Moving right along, our last story of the day, let's talk about this Christmas Day bomber. You know, the guy tried to blow up the plane in Detroit on Christmas Day, didn't succeed. He blew his balls off with the fireworks he had strapped to his underwear. Turns out when they got on the plane to arrest him, they read him his Miranda rights. They told him he had the right to remain silent, the right to an attorney, and all these things. In actuality, he doesn't have any of these rights. He's not a U.S. citizen. He should have technically, I guess, just been whisked away to the military for them to interrogate him and find out what else he knows about terrorism. Someone made a mistake and read him his rights, so now he doesn't have to say anything. We can't interrogate him and find out where the other terrorists are. Someone's going to lose their job over that one. Sad, but true. And that's all we have for today's Facebook Daily Newscast. I'm your Patriot, Josh Harris. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, because it is indeed Hump Day.